Hi, hello, what's up? It's me, Vinayak, joining you today. And the man with me is our great Jacob, sir.
Well, I don't think that I need that much of an introduction because you might have seen a couple of my videos. And apart from that, Vinayak, obviously, he's also a person who shows much interest in particular English language,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's
Of
what I
course,
first thought.
he's always there. He's like 24/7 there. So, what exactly do you want to say about me? I don't know why you
No,
just
like,
started the introductions. I'm just letting him say.
yeah, that's what I first thought. Like, if I introduced, it would definitely be an exaggeration or it would be a charade. That's why I limited my words. So, jokes apart. So,
Okay.
why we joined you today just because, or nothing but because we are going to discuss the topic or the complex or complicated topic pronunciation. Do we need pronunciation, or is it actually right to pronounce a particular word in particular way, or which one is the right pronunciation, British or American? Being an Indian, I don't have that Britishers or American. Sometimes I'm even concerned about this Australian pronunciation. Which one is right? I'm totally confused. So I guess towards the end of the video, we'll all have a clarification, I guess. So that's why I chose to sit with Jacob, sir,
Actually, cross my
because
heart and hope to die. I'm not sure about it, but yes, we'll see.
yeah. So Jacob sir is a personality who got the global exposure. He has worked abroad. So I guess he would be the right person to discuss all these things with. So shall we begin?
Yes, definitely. Let me just ask, what do you say, Vinayak, one thing. Do you think that, getting a global exposure or something is like some sort of a criterion to say something about IELTS or little bit English fluency or any other English language test such as OET, PTE, or anything else, do you think that it's a criterion something?
What I meant by global exposure is like when you work abroad, you will be exposed to other people. So you might have heard others talking in different slang or accent.
Well, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's what
Mingling
I
with,
meant.
okay, all right, now it's confirmed. Mingling with different nationalities, it's like, it's a wonderful experience. It's a wonderful experience in the sense, like, you can talk to people from almost all over the world,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All the nations. And
Yes.
apart from that, the way how you talk to them, the way how do they reciprocate the speaking and everything, it's actually a wonderful experience.
So that is what we are gonna cross check in this particular video. So shall we begin, sir?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's begin. So let me shower him with some questions. My first question before that, let me ask you something personal.
Yeah.
How is your pronunciation, or what is it? Is it British or American or Indian?
Well, I have actually not given much of an importance, like, what type of pronunciation do I have, or exactly what I speak. Is it American? Is it British? Or is it Irish, Canadian, Australian? Of course, I know that it's none of them, but still, I have never given much of an
So
importance.
you have never
as
been concerned.
No, 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 never. I've never ever been concerned about my pronunciation, as long as like I'm able to speak fluently. Like, a little bit of a slip of tongue in between. Other than that, as far as I'm able to speak fluently, that's what all it matters. I think so. That's what all
So
it matters,
you
because
think,
you are able to understand me
yeah.
without any errors, and you're able to what do you say, recuperate or like reciprocate back to me when I'm speaking. I'm totally okay with that.
So you think it's okay to make mistakes in pronunciation?
Well, what I would like to say is like it's not okay to make mistakes in pronunciation, because if English is your first language, you'll be much more acquainted with this particular language. You
Yep.
understood. I
Yep.
hope you got it right.
Yes.
And apart from that, people who actually have their second language is English, for instance, me, you, we all, right, in Asian countries and all. So if there are mistakes, it is totally, would you say, understandable.
Fine.
And apart from that, it's like, yes, this particular student or this particular candidate is having a little bit of a mistake just because it's not his or her first language. With a little bit of polishing, going to extra, would you say, coaching, or like getting up some sort of an English language test, for instance, TEFL, TESOL, or IELTS perhaps, they can overcome this particular hurdle. So
Okay,
that's there. I'm not saying that it's okay to have mistakes, and I'm saying that it's totally, would you say, not good to not have mistakes at all. Of course, we all are humans, right? We are not a part of AI or anything, so we will be having a little bit of mistakes. And how we do actually comprehend those mistakes, that is what it counts.
Okay, fine. So let me ask you one more thing. Then we'll begin with the questions.
Yeah. Oh my
Fine.
God, he still did not start the questions
So
yet.
this
Yeah.
those are nothing but personal.
All right.
Fine. So my the other doubt is what will be the biggest mistake in English?
See, what I would like to say, in my personal opinion, or what do I say in my view, what I would like to say is like, mistake is mistake.
Okay.
And as far as I'm concerned, as far as you're concerned, English is a language. You know, it's like just like any other language, but the only difference is English is lingua franca. It's
Yep.
actually
I
spoken.
have heard that
Yeah,
term a
it's
lot.
spoken globally, and almost everybody know how to speak English. Everybody knows how to speak English. Obviously, it's there. But the thing what I want to say is like, even if you make a small mistake, or even if you make a minor mistake or major mistake, whatever it is, mistake is mistake. That is something that what I feel like,
So there's no
much
big
better.
and small in
No,
it.
no,
Fine.
there's nothing. But
So
yes, if it is like as if you're conversing to me in English, I'm not at all able to understand, I wouldn't consider it to be a mistake. Rather, I would consider it to be like, lack of knowledge regarding that particular language.
okay, fine. So let me start with the first question. The first question, as we all know, what is the importance of pronunciation? Does it actually matter?
Well, yes. Not only in English, but also whatever language you would like to take. Pronunciation is something that should be, what do you say, accurate. See, I have also spoken about this particular topic of pronunciation earlier in a couple of videos earlier that I have taken.
Yeah, must watch.
Pronunciation. Oh, yes. Pronunciation is having three aspects, stress, diction, and intonation. What exactly is stress? Is like you're applying a little bit of a force or a pressure on certain letters, syllables, of words when you want to speak. A very common example is food. FOOD. You get a little bit stress over there. It's food. It's not food. When we are texting or when we are sending messages to somebody, we can just type it as FUD, but still whatever he wants to convey, that is understood by the recipient. That's there, exactly. So next comes diction. Diction is really important because how you are pronouncing words, you use usage of those particular words in a sentence, how you're actually articulating those words, and apart from that, usage of plosive sounds.
Yeah.
We have three plosive sounds, P, K, and T. It should be said, it should be heard and understood by the person who is listening to it,
Yeah.
but you should not give too much of a stress. A very simple word is WHAT.
What?
Yes, but when it comes to what, it's like the T sound is there. It'll be much better if you pronounce it as what. Goes like that, And the last one is intonation. Intonation, obviously, I have told many a times when I was taking a video for IELTS. It's like, the rise and fall of the pronunciation of a sentence is called as intonation. The way, how this particular wave goes,
That
there is
flow.
a rise, exactly, the flow. There is a rise, there is a, stability, then there's a little bit of, a downfall, then there's a plummet, the rise and fall. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
So it has
That
an
up and down.
intonation. Exactly,
Like
the
I said.
ups and downs. It has an intonation, right? Rather if I'm saying that to you like, hi, how are you? How was it? How are you doing?
No feelings.
Yes, it seems like as if I'm mechanized or it seems like as if it is robotic speaking. Even I
Yeah,
think
kind of,
it'd be like
when-
kind of, exactly. And moreover, it feels like the whole speaking is monotonous. You
Yeah.
know? Yes.
So speaking of the term food, that's why I always say English is pretty confusing because
Mhm.
if FWD is food, but BWK is not book, it's just book.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's pretty confusing.
Yes, totally. Yes.
So my next question is Indian pronunciation not acceptable?
Well, first of all, I would just like to ask you something. Could you please just give me an idea regarding from where you got this particular notion, or from where did you get? Because he's also a trainer, a successful IELTS trainer. So when I ask him, like, from where did you get this particular notion? Is it from the candidates or is it from the students that is English pronunciation not at all acceptable? Because what I'm speaking right now is English pronunciation. I don't have a particular Asian pronunciation, per se, or I don't have a particular Australian pronunciation, or as you would call it as like a British pronunciation, or American, or Irish, or Scottish, or whatever it is, Canadian, just to mention a few. But I think that it is acceptable. What's wrong with that? I have no idea at all. But yes, what I want to just, include in this particular question is like people are much more, they're all fantasized, or they're much more like, more equipped with, when it comes to English, it should be either British, it should be either American, it should be either Canadian, then only English is English.
Okay, fine.
That's the way that how people are capturing it in their minds. It's on their mind. It's totally on their minds. Like, even if I'm speaking a plain English, of course it might be understood by the person who's listening to me, whether it be a native speaker or not, but still, until unless I have an accent, it is not at all English. First of all, I want to tell you is like there is no such thing as these pronunciations are only accepted. What exactly is a language, or what exactly are the purposes of language or communication? It's just to communicate, exchange of ideas and concepts the other person whom you're speaking to should understand. So I don't find it.
But I have been asked by many students, sir,
Mhm.
is it okay to be in Malayalam accent, or like, is it okay to be in Tamil accent? Is it okay to be in usually in Indian accent?
Mhm.
So, what do you think about it? Is it okay to be in Malayalam accent or
Well, when I'm saying about English, the rest of the languages that you have said
Yeah.
are regional languages, isn't it? Of
Yeah.
course, India, unity in diversity. We have so many states, and each and every state is having their own what is a particular.
mainly Tamil?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They have their own particular slang, they have
Yeah.
their own particular language, and apart from that, they have their own dialects,
Yes.
area wise.
Yeah.
So what I'll tell you is like there is something called as mother tongue influence.
Yeah.
So when it comes to mother tongue influence, I don't particularly believe that any language, such as English language, which is obviously, what do you say, Shakespearean language, the Victorian language and everything we do say, it will be obviously welcoming a regional language. So if you're having a little bit of a mother tongue, what I would highly suggest is like, you actually should cut it down, speak more, and try to involve in activities or engage in communication.
So, it's not okay abroad.
Well, yes. I'm really sorry to say that, but yes. It is not okay in the sense like people abroad, of course, would understand. For instance, like, could you please tell me the way where I have to go? It's a little bit of a,
Yeah,
a mixture of South Indian
Yeah,
language.
it's really weird.
Yes, it sounds weird, but of course I can make out.
Yeah.
He or she is asking me a question, so I can make out.
So, I guess it's clear. So, my next question is, does the importance of pronunciation outweigh English grammar?
Wow. So now he actually came up with grammar and pronunciation. It's like, he has put grammar on one scale and pronunciation on the other scale. Anyhow, guys, this particular conversation will be continued. Of course, Vinayak is not going to leave me. So what I'm going to do is, he's having, how many questions more you have? Oh my God, I cannot just see his cell phone. He's
No,
like
I just
packed
have
with
4 or 5 questions.
All right. Anyhow, no matter what it is, I hope you might have understood what exactly we are talking about. And just in case, if you are having these type of doubts, it would be really helpful for you. Just go through this particular, what should I say, video, a short video. And apart from that, if you have any similes or any similar doubt like these, please write it in the comment box down so that we can have another video on your particular doubts. Thank you so much, guys. This is Jacob John from B-GHUD, and of course, Vinayak from B-GHUD.
Bye, guys.
Yes, of course. Have a great day.
Bye.